Okay. So first of all, I just want to greet everybody who is listening to this podcast, and thank you so much for joining us on this one. This is where we talk about all things inclusive when it comes to our ladies, right? So, gentlemen, brace yourselves, because today we're gonna be unpacking like sensitive stuff. You know, when I first heard about this, I was like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't stand certain things, you know. That's why I chose music. Music's like, yeah, good for me. All right, so today we have Miss Tariro. Miss Tariro, how do you pronounce your surname? Mango or Mango?
It's Mango. Everyone always gets it.
Mango or Mango.
Yes, people always ask me, are you indigenous or are you exotic? Then I will just end up lying to people that I'm from Japan, and everyone will start to believe.
Okay. From Japan, huh? That's a good one. Okay, so tell us, Miss. She's not a Mrs. She's a Miss. Guys, please get me right. Please tell us, who is Tariro? Where does she come from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, Tariro is the 25 years old young lady, young girl. Who is into so many things. My friends always say that you've got a lot of passions, but let me start by saying where I come from. I come from Uzumba, Maramba Pfungwe, from a village called Mango Village, which is located close to Uzumba High School.
Makes sense.
We have got plenty of mango trees there and all types of mangoes. So yeah, that's where I came from, and I grew up a rural girl up until I started my tertiary education. I went to primary school at Manyika Primary School. It was from 2000 to 2007. 2008, I started my tertiary education. I started my high school education at Uzumba High School from 2008 to 2013. That's where I did Form 1 up to Form 6. I also proceeded to do my tertiary education at Chinoi University of Technology, where I started to study Bachelor of Science honors degree in Information Technology. I started to do it 2014 March, and I completed November 2017 with an upper first class. Upper second, the 2-1, that's second first degree class.
Okay, intellectual. Okay.
Yeah. I did my attachment at an organization called Vel Microfinance, which handles loan facilities for women who are into agriculture. So they give loans, they actually do projects. They say paprika project, and they give loans to every woman who is doing a paprika project. They do loans even for lighting schemes, like those solar panels, so that they can empower young women as well, even women, for them to just improve the way people live from the way people used to live back then. So that's where I get most of my inspiration, which we are about to dive into in the next questions that Richmond is going to ask me. So I was enjoying the place because I actually figured out a lot of things that are happening within Zimbabwe, and also from my experience being a rural girl. But I asked them that, you know what, guys, in as much as I enjoy your company, I think I need to go and gain much experience for my future experience. So from then I went to work at Yo Africa, which was located at 194 Baines. And later on, this company was acquired by a big company called Dandem Tande. And we were moved again from Yo Africa to Dandem Tande. So that's where I actually finished my attachment. So I did my attachment at 3 companies, which is Vel Microfinance, Yo Africa, Dandem Tande, which was quite an experience. I did a lot of things, from installing VSATs, setting up VSATs, splicing fiber cables, setting up internet for a certain company from scratch. I did quite a lot of things, which was a little bit fun for me. And now, fast forward, I did some volunteering just after my tertiary education, and then I proceeded to work for a certain company. Then I also moved. Now I'm working at a very giant company. Yeah, which I don't really like to disclose. But well, yeah, I work for that company.
You don't like disclosing? Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Well, I could pick up a few things in your background, right? You grew up a rural girl, and usually when you're a rural girl, you don't really have much exposure into what's out there, how people are living, the developments, especially when it comes to technology. How did you have your way around getting to know about there's a thing called IT, and you really do want to dive into it?
Fun fact, one thing that I'd like to say is my father forced me to do computer studies at O level.
Okay.
You know what I told him? Okay. I told him the registration money. If you want to buy 3 chickens, go and buy 3 chickens and eat them with your wife. Don't waste this money on me because I'm going to fail. Surely he took it was $40, I remember, to register for her EXCO those days in 2011. And he took the $40 and they went and they ate it at home, and I refused to register for that. So now it comes, my dream was to be a quantity surveyor or a geologist. So because I had started to do geography, maths, and management of business. Those are the 3 core subjects that I was doing at A level. But unfortunately, geography is not for everyone for A level. I got an E at geography, and the geologist path was now dead in the pool. And now for the quantity surveying, I got a C in maths. I got a privilege that I was good at maths. I got a C in maths. But now I think NAST was a bit expensive for my parents, and I just felt like it was just going to be too heavy for me, since I wasn't that much intelligent to go and pick up with those intelligent students that would be there with their 15 points, 10 points and stuff. So I just dropped it down. Now I had to look for a better program from the list that universities were providing. So the one that I actually applied for as a second priority because I had seen this other friend of mine who had started doing IT at Chinoi. So I just got inspiration from that because we all came from the same rurals. So I applied for that. And my second option was international marketing. And international marketing is just the same story about that. It's just it's okay. It's just IT because it's more of social media.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was my second option. But because I had a C in maths at Chinoi, it's an automatic. You just get into IT if you know your maths well. Yeah. Okay. So that's how I got into IT. And in the first days, it was really difficult. I really didn't know. I got a laptop. My dad brought me a laptop from a relative, and I didn't know how to switch it on. I didn't know how to switch it off. Every time that I would like to switch my laptop off, I would go at my friend and they're like, because it was Windows 10. Those are the days that Windows 10 was introduced. Then I was like, can you switch it on for me? And then my friend will just take the laptop silently, and then she will switch it off and she give me the laptop. So that's how hard it was. So every time that I look at myself, I just see grace that, from that girl who didn't know how to switch off a Windows 10 machine. And now she's able even to fix somebody's machine, and she's able to do quite a lot of things, even to write scripts on the same machine. So yeah, that's how I get it there. And it's also the zeal that takes you there.
Interesting. Talking about zeal, you've got a lot of things that you're into. You're into IT, you're into web design, you're into graphics, you're into, just to mention a few for the people who are listening, of course. But I wonder how you juggle all that together. But okay, before we get there, let's debate a little bit.
Okay.
And talk about this one thing that really caught my attention when we spoke about it the other day. You are a founder of an organization called Her Confidence. Tell us a little bit about Her Confidence. What's Her Confidence, and why the name Her Confidence?
Okay. Am I allowed to say a little bit of a background how it started?
Go ahead, knock us out.
All right. So it's been a year. Starting from last year, I've been having a burning sensation in my heart that I've been helped. I didn't mention something when I was saying about myself. Part of my final year, I think the rest of my 2017 at university, it got paid by the organization called Nduna Girls. This organization is under Vel Microfinance, which I did my attachment at first. So when I was working under Nduna Girls.
Okay.
Yeah. So it reached a point that my dad couldn't afford to pay my school fees for me to review my attachment results. So the organization kept on asking, what are your results? And then I say, my dad couldn't afford, I think it was about $200 which was left for payment. My dad cannot afford that $200 because I think there was a little bit of drought and some outbreak of some makonye kumusha. Yeah, my dad is a teacher as well as a farmer. So for our school fees, you could rely on farming and some of the livestock that he rears. So we had no feed cow to sell. We had no enough produces from the farm to sell for him to pay my school fees. So the guys, they said, can you write your story on the letter? And to date, I can't find that letter. I'm always looking for that letter. I don't know how I lost it, but I wrote that letter to them, a motivational letter, and after some weeks, then I got accepted. I actually went to school without my school fees paid, not knowing was I even accepted in the Nduna incubation and stuff. And I got accepted at Nduna Girls. So having that background, I've been having that since now I got a job. I'm now stable. I can now sustain myself. I also think about other people who are in the same situation that I was. How is their confidence being tarnished because of lack of the capacity? And it only takes a heart. It doesn't take me having a bunch of money. It doesn't take me having a lot of income from my salary. But it takes a heart. If people see a heart, they will be able to help me through. So I've been talking to my friend called Nedi Tanga, and I've been telling her she's more like a mentor. She's very young to me, but she's a very vibrant young woman. I don't want to lie. And I've been talking to her through our conversations, telling her that, I need to do something to give back to the society. And then The only thing that she told me, just do it. That was her words all the time. Just do it. You can just start by even fundraising for rulers for students. You can just even start by fundraising for books for students. And I was so afraid. I was so nervous. I never imagined myself standing in front of a camera telling about this. So it reached the point that there was a flyer that was circulating about this organization called the Graciela Initiative. So she took that flyer and then she sent it to me. Tari, can you apply? She kept on insisting. You know what I did? I did the video for that competition there. The flyer was circulating saying that, African girls, can you do a short video of about 2 minutes saying the problem that you have encountered, or even the problem that you know that girls in your society are actually facing, and you tell me propose the solution, the goal development, what those ones that you are actually focusing on. So I did that in that short clip. I did it, I think 25 minutes too. That's when I started to rush. I started to write the script. I started to dress myself. I sat down on my chair and then I did the short clip. I closed the door. I did that short clip. It came out perfect one time. I didn't do it twice or what. I just did it once and then it came out perfect. And then I was sending the email, everything. Then the next thing, we had a meeting. Now they were announcing the winners for the thing. I think that was about 2 weeks later, and I attended the meeting, and I'm hearing my name that I'm one of the change agents for that organization. So yeah, we were given a training content from Yali Network, and we did trainings on how to build an organizations and stuff. So yeah, that's how it started. So after the trainings, we got to be incubated. We were all grouped in WhatsApp groups and being told things to do and what next, and we're given timelines that by this time you should have started your project. So on the 3rd of February, that's when you sent me the logo, and I started my WhatsApp group. I invited a lot of people to join me, and I had a lot of volunteers, and they joined me, started planning out things and stuff. Yeah. So as it started, we started doing feminine hygiene sessions where we'll be teaching people. We were teaching people more of period, because I pitched an idea, a problem which I encountered while I was in the rurals of period poverty, where we actually used to share some piece of clothes. It's a bit disgusting, like, you know, your mom using this piece of clothes when she's menstruating, and then the next thing you go take it and then you use it. Probably maybe she might not even be aware, but you just take it and then use it, and then later you realize, my mom uses this thing as well, something like that. So yeah, those are the kind of things that women are actually going through in the rurals, because you do not have the capacity, you do not have money to actually buy real this disposable sanitary pads. So we just need something that is sustainable. So yeah, this is what I pitched, and yeah, that's basically Hair Confidence, how we started, and started on doing the online and the physical outreaches where we were donating these disposable sanitary pads, and some workshops teaching people on how to make reusable sanitary pads, some online groups where we'll be teaching people more on the STIs, more on the things that actually affect women on the feminine hygiene.
So you're actually saying this thing is too sensitive, right? I can feel things running all over my body. Anyway, I was saying, so there's actually a possibility of spreading like diseases like STIs and stuff like that just by the sharing of the materials that you were talking about. And to just please elaborate more on this problem that these people are facing, if you're comfortable, of course.
Probably there are in Shona they say that some diseases like dysphenoria, in English they say dysphenoria, but in Shona they say jeko. You get it? So if you share that kind of a piece of cloth with someone and those period cramps, those girls who roll or who vomit, who do whatever when they are on their time, when they are on their period, that can be passed through that can be passed through sharing clothes. So I haven't really researched much about the spread of STIs, but there is a possibility if the person whom you're sharing that thing with doesn't iron it, doesn't what can I say, doesn't dry it out on a direct sunlight. Direct sunlight is necessary to kill each and every small particle of germs or bacteria that is on that thing. That's the first recommendation that we give to people when they're actually starting to use reusable sanitary pads. They have to actually clean out everything that is on that reusable sanitary pad, and they have to put it on a washing line where there's direct sunlight. If it's possible for them to iron it, then that's it, so that they kill each and every living bacteria,
organism or bacteria. Okay.
Yes.
This is sensitive. For the girls out there, those who do not have any information whatsoever about this particular topic we're talking about women's time. Let me put it that way. And how to take care of yourself when it comes
you have to say
situations like that. Okay, please don't put me on the spot. Just say. But to those who do not know, please.
You have to say it directly.
Okay, when a woman is on her period.
Great.
Please, if you need more information about these things, Tariro is right there. She's got a Facebook page and so many various ways that she's open to actually helping you out with knowledge and other material that you can use to take care of yourself. But as for now, we're going to take a break and we'll be back just in a second.